somewhere in the there we are. Hey guys, Baylor fan.
You're the
85.
jackwagon that waited till I took a hit of my vape to push play. Don't try to put that on me.
You're the guy that wants a dramatic entrance.
No.
Yes.
No.
You know what?
Blah, 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 blah.
Exactly. Baylor fan 85 right here with the guy who just, I don't know how he stores so much vape in his system. I don't understand it, but this is Kevin.
It's the gift of vape. Take it in, man.
Fair, and you just made the list on that. So, Baylor fan 85, Kevin right here, who's fixing to take another one. I swear you're the fog machine. This is our Byron Saxton, Austin. And Austin, you wanted to do a video today because you've recently got into the hobby of belt collecting.
This is the first video we're going to do where the belt does not belong to myself or that mug.
For some reason, I thought you were like wanting to touch my nose. I was expecting a boop, just something.
Anyway, this belt doesn't belong to either one of us. It actually belongs to the Byron Saxton.
So, without further ado, I wish we had a drink right now to take a drink on that.
Well, let's let him do his intro.
You have the floor.
We're throwing the newbie into the deep end.
And he's going straight for the, you got to have garnishments. You're just jumping right into the main course.
All right, guys. So, I've always liked the Intercontinental title. One of my favorite wrestlers has held this title, HBK Shawn Michaels. And you'll see why I bought this one in a minute. So we start off on this side, signed by the Hitman, Bret Hart. Then on this side, you got Shawn Michaels.
Who was, must have been on Stranger Things because it looked like he was in the Upside Down, wasn't he?
He is upside down.
So, go ahead. What made you want to get this title?
Actually, I got this title because it was signed by Shawn Michaels, and I got it for only $250.
So, we're this is going to be a bit of a different video because we're just kind of going to go into the deals. This is also an older belt. This is actually a Figs WWF version Intercontinental title. Now it's on 2 millimeter plates. Yeah, and then a mini. So you see right there the plates are very thin, but that's what you got on the old Figs.
Hey, there's Ashley. Hey. Look. Hey, babe. That's my wife Ashley. She's the one who lets me buy belts and do this stuff. I'm under a legally binding contract. I have to mention her at least in one video.
Yeah, per contract, and she can probably out vape you. It's no end.
You don't want to see what happens with a breach of contract with that one. I promise.
She can take in a pretty big load.
So don't you always have wood in your hand?
Anyway,
yeah. Let's go. Okay, so this is the old Figs 2 millimeter plates. If you look on the back, they didn't even have a patch at that time. It was a sticker, and you got the WWE hologram. Basic back. These are some of the original straps right here. As you can see, there's not really it's flexible, but they were a little stiffer. This one is older. How many owners had this before you did? Was it just one that you know of, or anything?
I believe it was actually 2.
Okay, so 2 owners. They've worn it in pretty good. I mean, you can see some of the creases back here.
But even then, imagine how many shows it's been to.
Yeah, I mean, it's at least went to 1 because you have 2 great autographs on it. With the 2 millimeter, you notice there. I mean, there's not much detail in the straps. It's basically, and this is what I hated about those older titles, and why they were only like $200 when they first came out.
Yeah.
Going back to your like TV title, WCW tag title. The 92 to 94 WCW World Heavyweight title. It was basically mirrored. There was no detail in it. So, yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot going to it, but I do love the fact it's a WWF logo. Hey, there's an R right there.
Yep.
For sure. So,
definitely got that going for it. That it's got the WWF logo all over it.
Mm-hmm. I love the property plate over here that you're going to have on some of those older titles. And again, you have actually, you don't have any detail in the snap box. I'm going to go ahead and try to smudge your Bret the Hitman Hart. I'm just kidding. I'm not. There's not really much detail in there, but there's your period at the end of a sentence right there. Mm-hmm. There's that gold tip. Most of the old 90s titles in the WWF had the gold tip. You got anything you want to say about the replica as far as, are you happy with it? Is it something that you're going to be buried with? Is something that we can dig up and take from you whenever we bury you? I mean, whenever they bury him, of course. Because
it's definitely not going anywhere.
Yeah, well, we are calling him Byron Saxton, so.
It's definitely not going anywhere. I plan on getting it signed by more people.
Okay, who would you get signed by?
Well, I normally go to WrestleCade, so probably Razor Ramon, because he's generally there. He held the Intercontinental title. And I'm thinking maybe Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know. Maybe if Chris Jericho pops up, that'd be great too.
All in all, you're not going to find this title many places for no less than probably what you paid for it. Now, again, this is a little beat up, but that's because, I mean, it's an old belt.
It is.
So that's character, in my opinion. So I definitely, if you get a chance, would you recommend, if anybody had a chance to buy this, to get it? Or would you say, you know, do you have a problems with the plates? Do you have a problem with anything? What are your gripes?
I do not have any problems with it. I got it off eBay. I believe a guy in Jacksonville was selling it. He has a shop. If you happen to find it on eBay, he sells these belts a lot. Not this exact one, but he has a lot of signed belts. They're not all $250 though. If you have the chance, I'd probably get it.
Now, again, with your old, do you have anything you want to say about this belt?
I've been waiting.
Yeah.
Here's my thing, guys, and we've been over this plenty of times with numerous different belts. The ones that come to mind would be the NXT, the original NXT heavyweight, or not heavyweight, but the NXT title, and going into the older Winged Eagle. You guys know how I feel about contrast. I want to be able to look at a plate and know what's going on. And you kind of have some of it here with the black inlay, the black in the letters, the blue in the globe. But you have the current.
I do.
That's on shop. And I'm not taking anything away from this belt. I love the strap. I love the strap that's on it. But with the newer one, you have the black separating the three rising plates. You have color in the side plates. Now, once again, I'm not taking anything away from this belt. If it were mine, I mean, I'd love it too. But when you get back here and the light hits it, can you really tell what's going on right here? Can you tell what's going on right here? If you didn't know anything about this belt and it was your first time seeing it, would you really know that that's two grapplers and the WWF logo? I feel like there should be some kind of black outlining.
Yeah.
Something to set apart a little bit of contrast. I'm just not one for big mirrors, and that's really what you get here. Yeah. Not so much as you do with the NXT belt, not the current, but the previous one. Once again, I'm being super nitpicky.
Yeah.
But that's just what stands out to me. I like to stay away from big mirrors. Mm-hmm. And that's really what you're going to get here. With the exception of your black inlay in the globe, there's no color.
I have seen some people after they buy go back and put color in them, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
I'd be too afraid of messing it up because I've never done it before. I would rather have it than not have it, if that makes sense. I'd rather have this belt, like this exact belt, if it were me shopping and I seen it for $250, I don't think I'd pass it up. I mean, the signatures alone carry good value. Mm-hmm. The fact that it's been held by two other people and it's still in relatively good shape for its age. But think about, okay, we've all seen plenty of times where people will go to a show, they'll be in the front row, they'll hold their belt up and a wrestler will grab it, take it into the ring or sign it. Imagine how many shows this has been to and the possibility that this might have been held by a professional wrestler on TV. Maybe when Cody first brought back the white strap, who's to say this wasn't at a show and he's like, oh, yeah, let me hold this for a second. Mm-hmm. Who's to say that didn't happen? Just the possibility of that adds value for me. Granted, there's no way to say it really happened or not, but then again, there's that mystique to it, that little bit of flavor to it that really sticks out to me. I'm just not one for mirror plates. Once again, I'd rather have it than not have it, but I would prefer if I have my choice of the two, take the signatures off because obviously that puts this in the front. Mm-hmm. If it's just the plain belt versus the one on the shop right now, I'd probably take the one on the shop. Now, this strap, I'd prefer this strap over the one that's on shop just because it's not as stiff. It seems to be a pretty decent strap. Would I like to see a little bit more care in the snap box with a little tooling or maybe a little clamshell? Well, you got some here,
but it's very, very shallow.
It is. It's not really defined too good.
You can't really see it too well, but there is some very shallow clamshell.
But once again, for a $250 belt, I mean, what really do you have? $250, you got a belt that's probably seen more live shows than we did. That's been signed by two of the all-time greatest wrestlers we'll ever see to ever lace up a pair of boots. I mean, you really can't complain for $250. Like I said, I'm a contrast guy. I want to be able to hold it all the way back here, and you still know that that's the WWF logo. Right now, you can't do that.
You can't see anything.
You can see my lovely wife washing dishes like a good woman should. But you really...
that's the second F-bomb.
Second F-bomb. But you can't really tell what's going on in the plates. That's my only gripe. And that's just a personal opinion for me. What I would love, since the signatures are on the strap, to get the shot plates and put them on this strap. You still have the signatures, you have the floppy strap, but you have the contrast in the plates.
You're talking about the new WWF shop.
Yes. Like if both you were to tragically die in a car accident and you both had your belts on you, I'd take them both and I'd put your plates on this strap.
I mean, that's fair enough. I don't think I do, because I do like some of the more detail in the new strap. And maybe, and to me, that's still one of the most flexible straps in of the replica belts from WWE Shop that I got. The only reason this is so flexible right now is because this belt is probably 2012. This belt is probably 10 years old at least, and it's definitely been worn in. I definitely, if you'd asked me this 10, 15 years ago, if I wanted this belt, I'd say yes, hands down. But since I have the new IC title and all that, I think I'd pass.
I don't have an Intercontinental title, so yeah. I wouldn't.
So, I mean, that's just my personal preference. Because
but if somebody came up, but if you also got to realize too, I mean, he was in a position to get a good belt for $250. If I walked up to you and said, "Hey, man, you don't have an Intercontinental title yet," because he didn't at the time, and I say, "Look, it's signed by Brett and Sean,
and it's a WWF.
It's got the WWF logo, which you're not really going to find much. Look, man, I'm just in a bind for some money. Give me $200. Here's the belt. Would you pass on it if you didn't already have one?"
I probably wouldn't, and that's honestly how I got the spinner belt. Somebody came up to me and said, "Hey, listen, sell this to you for $200. Would you take it?" I'm not going to take it.
So
of course.
when it's compared apples to apples, which one would you rather have? I'm pretty sure all three of us would agree that the plates on the new one are better.
Yeah, they're definitely thicker.
When you take into account everything, the signatures, the price, the flexible strap, I mean, when you take all that into it, and you're just looking to have that Intercontinental title in your collection, like I'm sure we all want, which I'm the odd man out because I'm the only one that doesn't have one. By the way, Tony Tussey, if I win your raffle, I'm coming for that Intercontinental title, boy. By the way, Tony Tussey, check him out. He's doing great things. Way to get a real cheap belt. He got his UK title for $32. He bought 2 slots in one. I mean, great dude, very trustworthy guy. We use him. We encourage that you use him too if you're trying to get a steal. Just check him out. Tony Tussey, TNT Belt Trading on Facebook. Definitely worth a check out.
And also, while we're doing this, because this is probably one of our shorter videos that we're doing, let's go ahead, as far as the reason we're in this, the reason he got this, the reason is because we all love belts. We all love wrestlers.
Absolutely.
And Facebook has so many different groups now. The top 3, in my opinion, are definitely TNT Belt Trading, Tony Tussey, great guy. Wrestling Memorabilia Club. If you get a chance to join that, he's 3,000 members strong. It's just a place you can go, possibly buy some stuff. You can also show off your collection. I'm on there a lot showing off. I'm also on there a lot looking. Brothers of the Belt, Josh Hammer.
God, what a phenomenal page.
And a great story.
Dude, he invited me to the page, and I'm so glad I'm in it. Dude, man, I thank you for making the page. I think you just posted where you hit 5,000 people on the page. Dude, just a great place to go and look at belts and see what everybody's got, and really good conversational pieces. And if you're in the market shopping around and you really want to see what's out there, Brothers of the Belt is a really good place to go, because you'll see something that you might not have seen before, and now all of a sudden you're on Google looking for it. You're going on that rabbit hole on the internet looking for what you saw. It's a really good way to get introduced to new things. Yeah. And it's not just
belts.
Meet
a lot of good friends too.
Yeah, it's not just belts. It goes into plaques, it goes into side plates, it goes into figures, it goes into pops. Really, it's like the Walmart of Facebook for belt collectors. It's your one-stop shop for everything.
Those three, you got TNT with Tony Tussey. We've already mentioned you a couple times. I won't stop mentioning them.
No,
Ryan Torgy and Wrestling Memorabilia Club. I love his whole setup in his basement with everything. And that's Wrestling Memorabilia Club and Josh Hammer and Brothers of the Belt. If anybody takes anything away from this video, aside from the fact that we do like this belt, like the signatures and everything, I'd also recommend you join those three groups.
I'm going to put Tony Tussey in front of the Hammer Brothers only for the simple fact I got a chance to win a belt for $16.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Brothers of the Belt, I look at that page at least 2-3 times a day. It's just a great, fun place to be.
Are you bored over there?
Since we're doing shout-outs, if you've not heard of it, you should try Belt Mafia. And if you're looking to get your belt re-leathered, you should try Richard Simpson.
You can't advertise somebody that you have to look.
That's not re-leather, that's restoning.
He does re-leathering too.
Oh, well, Richard, I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
If you don't do re-leathering, please call him out in the comments. Please, Shut up, Saxton.
He does a great job, though.
Did Saxton just cut me off? Cut Balor Fan 85 off. Over here. Move. So, with that being said, like, comment, subscribe down there in the little areas right there.
Go check out those 3 pages on Facebook. Once again, TNT Belt Trading, Brothers of the Belt, and Wrestling Memorabilia Club.
And we just granted one of your wishes. We got to put one of your belts on here. So, win-win situation in every deal. So, that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Again, enjoy. I hope you enjoyed the videos. Feel free to look at all of them. I think that's about it. You got anything?
No, we got a lot more. We got a lot more videos to shoot today. Stay tuned. We got some good stuff coming.
Take it easy, guys.